Hello my friends, my name is Christine and welcome to the channel. I have a lot of new people around, so if you are one of those new people, hello, welcome, glad to have you along the ride. And for those that have been here from the beginning, Speedy, stop sneezing in my video. For those that have been here from the beginning, thank you so much for sticking around for so long. The past few months, I have been enjoying trying a bunch of different diets. I've done keto for a while, I did some vegetarian stuff, I even tried a full long weekend of more of a diabetic style meal plan, which was awesome. So today we are going to be meal prepping vegan style out of this cookbook. Hang on, I gotta find it. This cookbook right here, the Vegan Cookbook for Athletes. I shared this cookbook on my favorite cookbooks video. I'll leave it below if you guys haven't checked it out. Totally available on Amazon. Yes, I'll link it below. This says 101 recipes and 3 meal plans to build endurance and strength as an athlete. I picked out, I think, 5 recipes for today's video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. 5 recipes for today's video. Yes, it is nighttime. You can probably tell if you look at the clock over there and see what time it is. It's a little bit late. So I have all of these lights on. I have a ring light here, a light over here. So hopefully it's bright enough to make this video work. But before we get started, I wanted to talk about something I've said a lot lately, and I would like to course correct, rebrand something that I've been saying a lot the last month or 2 months, and I say it in jest. I've been like jokingly saying that I do things a certain way because I am lazy. Yes, it's just a joke. I don't really particularly mean it, but it was brought to my attention by one of you guys in a comment that you left that it's not that I'm lazy, it's that I'm efficient. I choose to spend less time on certain things to be efficient. Some of the decisions I made as far as the groceries for this video is not because I am lazy, it is because I am efficient with my time. From now on, you guys don't have to tell people that you do things because you're lazy, you do them because you are efficient. Because I enjoyed the services so much, last time that I used Thrive Market, I decided to use them again for today's video, and they were awesome enough to partner with me on today's video as well. So thank you so much to Thrive Market. Let me tell you about them real quick. Thrive Market is an online marketplace where you can find groceries, household items, even skincare stuff. One of my favorite things about it is that you can, well, okay, I have several favorite things about it. Number one, you can sort what you're looking for by topic. If you're keto, you can search keto. If you're gluten-free, you can do that. If you're vegan, you can search vegan items. If you're looking for skincare or fair trade or organic or whatever it is that you want to look for, you can search by that term. So it's a lot easier to find the things that you want. Something else I love is that you order everything online and then they ship it right to your door, which means you don't have to go out, you don't have to leave your house, you don't have to put on pants, you don't even have to do your hair or makeup. You just tippity-typity on your computer, and my order has been here in what feels like less than 48 hours, and I live in the middle of nowhere in Idaho, so I don't know where their warehouse facilities are, but they get to my house so fast. My third favorite thing about them is that when you sign up, you guys get a free gift with your first box, up to $24. I'll put like over here some of the free item options for you. In my box last month, I got this liquid coconut oil, which I've been using a ton to make pancakes with. Goes on the griddle, put pancakes on top, it's been delicious. Number 4 reason that I like them. So there's 2 membership options. You can do the monthly membership, but I don't recommend that. I recommend the annual membership because it's cheaper. You guys never pay more than you need to. It's only $5 a month. And within the first 30 days, if you're like, hey, this isn't for me, or I don't like their products, or I don't like their service, cancel, risk-free. They'll give you all your money back for the membership. So it's really like a no risk situation for you. All orders over $49 are shipped free, and they come with very, very minimal packaging, and everything is recyclable. So it's good for you and the planet. And one of my favorite things that they do is the Thrive Gives program. So basically for every paid membership, so like mine, yours, they will provide a free membership for a family in need. I love that. Now, I have said this in previous videos, but I will say it one more time. I live in a small town. It's very isolated from large cities, and it is difficult to find some specialty ingredients in my town. In fact, it's difficult to find regular ingredients in my town right now. All of the college students have come back. There's a lot of stuff that is unavailable. I'll put some pictures right here. The ice cream is gone. The baking powder is gone. The eggs are gone. I just can't find stuff. Being able able to order it online and have it come straight to my house and ensure that I actually get it is a huge perk for me. So if you're one of the people that likes to cook and try new things, but you can't get all of the ingredients, I would recommend trying it out, because then you'll be able to get all of the ingredients and it's way more fun to try stuff. All you need to do to sign up is go click on the first link in the doobly-doo down below, thrivemarket.com/frugalfitmom. Now let's jump over and show you what I picked up from Thrive Market, and then we will get cooking. Here are all of my ingredients that I purchased for my Thrive box this month. Because I'm doing a vegan meal plan and kind of like a vegan week for myself, that's kind of what I was in the mood for. Obviously, these are not, but I had a coupon code in my email. So if you sign up, they send you emails all the time for like free bonus items or extra sales that they're running. This was in my email. They said like make an order and get these items for free. I have these pepperoni crisps and beef cranberry trail mix squares. So since I'm eating vegan, I will set these aside for the people who are not for this week. And I know probably Haley or Dave would really like these. The other things that I actually did purchase are, I had to try out some more candies because I just think those are really fun. These look like Starburst candies with very low sugar. We have some organic, these look like Swedish Fish as well, but a different brand than this kind. I just wanted to try a different flavor, see how it went. Some vegan mayo, because how are you gonna eat a sandwich without the mayo? That's what I'm saying. Some organic rice vinegar for a couple of recipes. I see my friend Jen pick up this Thai almond sauce, and I always think it looks so delicious. So I just wanted to give it a try. I can't wait to rip into this and see what it tastes like. And I wanted to give these coconut aminos a try as well in place of soy sauce. For some of my recipes, I needed some wild rice. This wild rice blend looked really nice. And then this one was on sale, like on the computer right next to this one. And I just thought it would be fun to have like a black rice. Look how fun that is. If you guys haven't expanded on your rice selections, I would recommend you give that a try. And I've never ever eaten hemp hearts before, so this will be quite an experiment for me. Like I've said in the past, I live in a small town in Idaho. We do not have a wide variety of specialty ingredients like vegan items like this, specialty ingredients like hemp hearts. So I'm very thrilled that a company like Thrive Market can ship them right to my house. I don't have to spend any gas money driving to 4 or 5 different stores trying to find these specialty ingredients. For our first recipe, here are all of the ingredients that we will be using to make overnight oats. I just have oats, some maple syrup, hemp hearts that I got from my Thrive box, cocoa powder, unsweetened almond vanilla milk, and a nut butter of some kind. I just had this Skippy peanut butter, but if you don't like peanuts or you want to go the almond butter route or whatever other butter you want, you're welcome to do that as well. We don't have any peanut issues here, so peanut butter is just fine. So let's get my jars out, because that is how we are mixing these up today, and I'll show you how easy this is. Before we make these overnight oats, I'm a little nervous right now. I had grabbed my tripod to record this video and there's a wasp on it. I don't know how that happened. He's just hanging out. So I pick up the tripod to go put it outside and like do this, flies up on the ceiling. So, okay, he's on the ceiling, he's not doing anything. And I'm like, okay, I can record the video, it's gonna be fine. I go to get my jars and I look up and he is not on the ceiling anymore. I don't know where the wasp went. I had the back door open like in hopes that he would fly out, but I didn't see him fly out, and now I have no idea where the wasp is, and so now I'm really paranoid that he's gonna land on my back and sting me. If I scream in the middle of this video, a wasp stung me. You can make as many or as few of these as you want, okay? So it's just a half a cup of rolled oats in it's not a quart, a pint-sized jar. The wide mouth is gonna be easier, but I also had the regular mouth. I think it's whatever, they're all good. A half a cup of each of that. Add to that a half a cup of your nut milk. You can make 12 of these if you want and just like have a bunch. Or you can just do 2, 6, 1. Like you can make one every night before you go to bed. So when you wake up in the morning, you're like, woohoo, breakfast is ready. I probably should have gotten a funnel for that, but it is fine. It will be fine. Next is the hard part, which is the nut butter, because it's like sticky. 1 tablespoon of your preferred nut butter. I will eyeball that. That's probably more than a tablespoon. About that much. That's about a tablespoon. So stick that in there as well. Oh my gosh. I adore peanut butter. Do you guys like peanut butter as much as I do? Sometimes I just want to stick my face in there and smell it. And then that makes me want to eat it. I keep thinking he's gonna land like on the back of my leg and then it's gonna be bad. I'm so nervous about this stupid wasp. I can't even tell you. Got some peanut butter on my hand. Okay, I'll go wash my hands. Half a tablespoon of cocoa powder. I guess you could leave this out if you don't particularly like chocolate, but I don't know why you would want to do that. A half a teaspoon of the hemp hearts that I got from Thrive, which is great because I've seen other people use these. I have never used these before because I can't find them here. So now I'm feeling like super bougie with these hemp hearts in my pantry. So I'm gonna have to look up some more recipes and see how else I can use them, because this is a whole bag and I only need half of a tablespoon, which is not very much compared to the whole bag amount. So there we go. What good are hemp hearts? Is it the fat? Fat and protein. Okay. Sprinkle in yogurt, shake on salad, blend in smoothies. They basically have 0 carbs because they have 1 gram of carb, but 1 gram of dietary fiber. Who uses hemp hearts? I would like to know what you use these for. They do smell weird. They smell like a vegetable. A half a teaspoon of maple syrup and then just stir it all together. And you are about there. But let me ask a question. This is a serious question for the people who are vegan or are thinking about going vegan. This is a legitimate question. I am not trying to be a jerk at all. I'm just super curious. Explain to me why you can't use honey. Yes, I know bees make it, but it doesn't hurt the bee to make it. And my grandpa had bees. Bees will make honey in excess of what they need and hoard it. And they always have enough. Like, they just can't stop. They don't stop making honey, ever. And my grandpa treated his bees really, really nicely. So I always had my grandpa's honey. So I'm curious about the honey. And I'm curious about the eggs. Why no eggs? Because I had chickens. And female chickens, when there's not a male around, will lay eggs like every day. As long as they have enough to eat. Mine lived in my backyard. Like, they lived a fine life, right? They're gonna lay eggs and the chickens don't eat the eggs. So the eggs are just gonna rot. So why can't you use eggs if it's not hurting the animal? I'm seriously curious. I'm not a vegan. So I'm just trying to understand certain aspects of it. A lot of the other stuff I totally get, but it's typically for ethical reasons, right? Help me understand. I would love to learn more. I have all of the ingredients in here. All you're gonna do is give it a little stir. So it's all mixed together. It smells really good. And then in the morning when you're ready to eat, you can top it with nuts, you can top it with strawberries, chocolate chips. Chocolate chips sounds like a really good idea. I might do that. And then of course, if you think like this is not enough for your spouse or your teenage kids, double it. Who says you have to just do exactly what the recipe book says? This is just the recommended for 1 serving. Let's pop some lids on these and stick these in the fridge, and breakfast for tomorrow is done. In case you're wondering, this is 347 calories, 14 grams of fat, 48 grams of carbs, and 12 grams of protein-ish. Actually, that feels low if you use peanut butter. Oh, I only used half a serving. I get it. There's your nutritional information there. Our next recipe is another breakfast, and I am no stranger to making homemade granola, but I kind of wanted to try this maple crunch granola that I saw in the recipe book. So I am starting with 2 cups of oats. You could do rolled oats, quick oats, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't do steel cut oats, that would be a little crunchy. If it turns out really, really good, I will probably have to triple or quadruple this recipe to feed my whole family, but today we're just gonna go with the recipe as written to try it out. So 2 cups of that, we're gonna bust out my maple syrup one more time, and we are going to go with a whopping 1 cup, which makes sense because I typically use honey in my other maple syrup, but this is vegan, so we will not be using honey. By the way, real maple syrup, very expensive. Very, very expensive. Wow, but it smells really good. Next up, you're gonna add a ton of seeds, but I don't have all of the seeds, so we're gonna do the best we can with what I do have. They said pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. I don't have the sunflower seeds, so pumpkin seeds it is. It was 2 tablespoons for each, so we will do a 1/4 cup, which is the equivalent of 4 tablespoons. In case you're wondering, 4 tablespoons equals a 1/4 cup. 1 tablespoon of our hemp hearts that I got from Thrive. Again, I actually have several recipes where I reuse the same ingredient, and this is one of them. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I don't have real vanilla around, I just have this one, but it looks vegan. There's not really anything else in it. except for like water and vanilla. So here we go. Oh, by the way, I don't measure vanilla for the new people. I just put in what looks like a good amount because I like vanilla. So a little too much isn't really too much. That looks close. Next up is a bunch of chopped nuts. They wanted, hang on, I'm gonna tell you, walnuts, almonds, and pecans, but I don't have all those. I must have used the rest of my walnuts and pecans in like cookies that I made recently because I make cookies at every opportunity. But I do have these roasted salted almonds that are delicious. So we'll use these and these cashews. So I'm just gonna pour these out on a cutting board and chop these right up and dump these in as well. Once all of your ingredientes are in your bowl, you're gonna stir it together with a smiley face spoon. You can pick those up on Amazon. They do go in and out of stock though, so make sure that you get the 13-inch one and that they're not charging you like extra shipping. So stir all of this together or wang jangle it together and spread it on a cookie sheet with parchment paper. Here it is all spread out. We're gonna stick it in Mr. Oven for about 25 minutes. Stir once halfway through. It smells good already, so I'm pretty excited to see what it's gonna look like. Bye-bye till later. Here's my granola. It has been cooked and dried, and it's like dried in these big sheets like this, which is great because that's what you want. So you just kind of break them off and store them in whatever you want to store them in. I'm a big fan of mason jars. I have a ton of them in my house. As far as application, you can just pour it in a bowl with some almond milk, or you can sprinkle it on top of coconut yogurt or a soy yogurt or whatever your favorite type of yogurt is to make some kind of a parfait. Our third recipe is going to be no-bake chocolate chip bites. This is a great one to make ahead of time, double or triple the batch, and then just have them for snacks, like whenever you're feeling like you need something. In my food processor, this is a Cuisinart 11 cup. I picked it up at Bed Bath & Beyond on mega sale, plus I had the 20% off coupon code, plus I had a gift card. So I got this very inexpensive, but a larger size food processor will last forever. My stepmom has one that she's had for 25 years and it's still going strong, but a great tool in the kitchen. I love this thing. In here, I have cashews, rolled oats, and a little bit, no, that's all. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna add next. I just have cashews and oats, and that is all. I'm gonna add a gluten-free flour of some kind. If you're not gluten-free, you can add whole wheat flour, but I picked up this almond flour from Thrive Market last month, so I'm gonna use this. 3 tablespoons, please. That's kind of heaping. I should probably go a shy tablespoon on that last one. Just make sure your measurements are right when you're following a new recipe, you know what I mean? A half a teaspoon of ground flaxseed, and as you can see, oh my God! Dave! The wasp is back. He is flying. Maybe I'll open the door. I'll open the back. He just fell. Okay, hold up. I need a cup. Don't move, wasp. Don't move, wasp. Ah! Ah! He's in this cup. He's in this cup.
You got him?
I got him. He hit the cabinet and then like fell to the counter. Look, he's right there.
Look at you go.
Oh my gosh. Focus on the wasp, not on me. Can you see? Can you see the wasp? There it is, there it is. He's in there. See them? He did not sting me on the back. Dave's gonna take him outside. I am so glad that's over. Okay, back to the cooking. I am going to be using this organic ground flaxseed that I picked up from Thrive last month as well. A half a teaspoon, if I can open it. I'm like my adrenaline is like going so hard. I'm awake, guys. A half a teaspoon. Each serving delivers 128 milligrams of lignans, I don't know what that is, as well as omega-3s, which I do know what that is. Some Himalayan pink salt. I kind of thought this was like a fad or whatever, but as I'm learning, this is much saltier than any other salt I've used. Like it tastes saltier. So the point is, I guess you use less of it. A couple of shakies of that. Vanilla once more, that looks close. And 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. A lot of maple syrup. I guess it's our main sweetener for most of these things. 1, 2. Double checking the recipe, make sure I didn't forget anything. Mix vigorously. Vigorously. Ah! I think I just made cashew butter. Okay, time to add the chocolate chip. Here is my batter dough. I don't know what to call it. Next up is going to be 2 tibisps of, I'm pretty sure this is gluten-free. No. Yes, it is gluten-free, but it's vegan because I tried to make sure I bought vegan. Vegan.org. Okay, yes, vegan. Ah! You're only supposed to put 2 tablespoons. That was a heaping, so we'll go a little shy on this one. Okay. What is that wasp has like gotten me all shook up. It said it was only supposed to make 10 of these, and I'm looking at the amount of dough that I have, and I'm thinking these are very small if this makes 10. Like I said before, I wanted to kind of try all the recipes before I doubled or tripled, which is what I'm gonna be doing. Like if they're winners and stuff, that's what I'll be doing. After you scoop them out, it says you can enjoy immediately. So I'm pretty sure Dave's gonna have to come out here and help me do a taste test. And because I know that you guys don't like my highly colored plates, I'm gonna use this white plate. You're welcome. I just have this little springform guy right there. I think you're probably refrigerate these. These feel very wet to me. I guess if I were branching outside of the recipe, which is not what I wanted to do today, I would probably add more solid ingredients. They feel very moist. And because I just said that word, I'm now thinking of the Sweaty Balls skit from SNL. If you guys know what I'm talking about, give this video a like. It's like one of the funniest skits I've ever seen. It's so funny and highly inappropriate. So I ended up with 9. Oh, that is so good. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I'm gonna go get Dave to try this on camera for you. And I need a drink because it's cashews and I'm gonna need a drink. So hang on. Here they are. They're a little sticky.
They're no bake?
They're no bake, they're not baked.
What's holding them together?
Maple syrup.
Okay.
And vanilla.
So that's why they're gonna be sticky
They're
in my hands?
gonna be sticky. These are vegan.
Okay.
Okay.
They're super messy. I'll give them a solid 5 out of 10.
It's the salty sweet balance that I'm obsessed with. You're gonna regret that 5.
Okay, I'll give them a solid 7. It's a C.
No, it is not a C. He is wrong. Do not listen to him. Get out of here. Why are you in my video?
It's a little bitter.
Yeah, it's semi-sweet chocolate.
I know, that's what I'm saying. There's not a lot of other things in there that are like really like capturing me.
The salty cashews aren't capturing you. The sweet organic maple syrup isn't capturing you.
Listen, are you having a problem with my opinion?
Absolutely.
It's my opinion.
It's wrong. I'm gonna eat all of these myself. I think I just ate 3. I bet you Haley will adore these too. One bite has 81 calories. I gotta have Haley try one of these for you. And then you'll see that I'm right and he's not right. They're so rich because of the nuts, the salty nuts with the sweetness of the maple syrup with like the slight bitter tang of the semi-sweet chocolate chip. I'm gonna triple that from now on just for me and not give any to him. Oh, Haley's here. Dad doesn't like these that much and I think he's insane.
Okay, it smells really good.
I can't put my arms down. My goodness. Okay, try, it's sticky because it's maple syrup.
Okay. I like them.
I think they're amazing.
I think these are so good. Let's watch Downton Abbey. Okay, a solid 8.5.
Dad gave him a 5. And then I yelled at him and then he bumped it to a 7. Take another bite and think about it.
Does it grow on you?
Yeah.
A 9.
It's a solid 9.
I'm sorry to say this, but if you compare these to like the last like healthy treats that I don't know why I did. I don't know why I did.
What is this?
Healthy treats that we made.
It was the vegetarian
I didn't like those
ones. You didn't like that. This is kicks it out of the
love
park.
this.
Okay.
I'm going vegan now.
Yeah, go vegan. Like if you got to eat stuff like this, you'd be like, I could eat vegan,
Huh? Yeah.
but no bacon.
Never mind, I'm out. I'm out, bro. I can't live without the bacon.
Our next recipe is going to be spicy Thai inspired veggies, and I'm gonna make some rice to go along with them. Basically, you can kind of pick whatever veggies that you like. This one asks for broccoli, bok choy, red bell pepper, some edamame, I think a couple of other things, and then the ingredients for the sauce. I cannot find bok choy in my town. I have been to every single store, and I cannot find like baby bok choy is what they wanted. I can get the big ones, but not the baby ones. We'll leave that out. For my rices, I picked up these 2 rices from Thrive Market. I have this wild rice blend and then this medium grain black rice that I thought was so much fun. So I'm gonna cook my rice in my Instant Pot with some veggie broth. Actually, I'll show you what I have. For this video, I picked up this Better Than Bouillon veggie broth. I can find this at basically all of my stores, and if you guys don't like the cubes of bouillon or powder, the Better Than Bouillon stuff in all flavors are really, really good. So I'm gonna cook my rice in this with water to make it taste really good. It says 1 teaspoon is equal to 1 cube, which goes into 1 cup. So this one is just vegetables, soy protein, salt, yeast extract, and a little bit of sugar. Black rice originates from China, but ours is cultivated in Italy. Prized for its deep purple hue, this medium grain rice smells like freshly baked bread while cooking. That is so fascinating. Okay, what does this one say? Made from a mixture of non-GMO brown rice, wild rice, red rice, and black rice, the Thrive Market Wild Rice Blend is the perfect medley. It has a nutty flavor and firm texture that adds depth and variety to soups, salads, and pilafs, plus 4 grams of protein and 120 milligrams of potassium per serving. I think we're gonna go with the wild rice blend, and I'm going to cook it in my Instant Pot because it says that you have to simmer it for 35 to 40 minutes on the stovetop, and I am efficient, not lazy, and I don't wanna wait that long. Whatever vegetables you guys end up using, go ahead and steam them for about 10 minutes or until they're tender. But since I like to live dangerously, I am not steaming mine. I am air frying mine in my air fryer. 2 very small heads of broccoli over here, about a cup of frozen shelled edamame right here, so it's totally frozen. The remainder of the sliced bell peppers from my garden, I put those in here as well. A small drizzle of coconut oil and a touch of salt, not very much at all, into the air fryer for 10 minutes. While my rice and veggies are cooking, we will mix up our sauce for our vegetables and rice dish. I have a 1/4 cup of water in here already because I'm a big fan of extra sauce, and I feel like most recipes don't have enough sauce. The recipe calls for a 1/4 cup. I'm using a 1/2 cup. This is just plain old tap water. Up next, I'm using this organic rice vinegar that I got from Thrive Market, a 1/2 cup of this as well. And hey, if you have some extra sauce, you just stick it in your fridge and make another batch of this. I'll be using 1 tablespoon of this organic coconut amino sauce, or a soy sauce or tamari would all be fine as well. 2 tablespoons of our maple syrup coming in. Now it says 4 teaspoons of crushed red pepper flakes, and I feel like that is a lot, especially of this homemade one. And I'm supposed to double that, so it's supposed to be 8. That's like, no wonder they said it was spicy vegetables. Listen, I know 2 things in this world. You can always add more, but you can't take it away, and also only cowards cook on low. I think we're gonna start with like half the dose, which is, oh my gosh, that's a lot. It's getting in my throat. Oh my gosh. I just pepper sprayed myself. I am starting with 3 teaspoons, which is less than half the recommended amount, because I don't want to make anybody run from the table that badly. The recipe does say to use about a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, even though we are adding actual garlic as well. And I need about 4 to 5 garlic cloves minced. I am going to put this on the stove and simmer this for just a little bit, to which I will then add a little slurry of water and flour to thicken it up. You could probably also use cornstarch if that is vegan, but it's corn, so that's probably vegan as well. My veggies and rice are done, and here's what they look like. Tell me if this is not like the most beautiful bowl of food you've ever seen. And it does say in the cookbook that if you need to up the protein, add some tofu, add some, is it tempeh? Is that how you say it? I don't want to mess it up. And I haven't put the sauce on yet, which is over here. It didn't thicken up as much as I wanted to. When I looked at my cornstarch, it did mention that it could contain traces of dairy and eggs. So I guess that particular cornstarch is not vegan. It smells extremely pungent. I'm gonna add a little bit of the sauce because I feel like it might be really strong with the rice vinegar and the garlic. There are very, very bold flavors here. I didn't wanna like go crazy. And like I said, any vegetables you want. It is so spicy, and I used less than half of the recommended amount of crushed red pepper flakes. I am so glad I did not follow the recipe and I went with my gut on that one. That's pretty spicy. You could even go a little bit less if you don't have a spice tolerance. These are very spicy. Most of my family likes spice, so actually like as soon as your lips go numb, it's actually not bad. But if you don't want to go through the trouble of making this sauce and all of those things, well, guess what? I have another bowl right here. And to be more efficient, not lazy, you can just use this Thai almond sauce from Thrive Market instead. So that's what we're gonna do on this one to make sure that tastes okay. This Thai almond sauce is rich, creamy, and versatile. Almonds, red curry paste, coconut milk, splash of tamarind juice. Tamarind's a unique flavor. Just give that a little shake. Spring rolls, noodle dishes, salad dressings, toast. More on the mild side as far as spice goes. Refrigerate after opening and then consume within 14 days. But in my family, that's not a problem. Wow, that is thick. Holy moly. We'll just do that instead of the other sauce. So let's take a taste test of this one. It definitely has more of a curry vibe. This other one is more like acid and spice. And this one's more like coconut milk curry. Still delicious though. And it's Whole30 approved. So if you do that kind of thing, you can have yummy sauces as well. But the best thing about prepping your rice and veggies is I can put these in meal prep containers and it's so easy to be like, oh, I'm hungry, I wanna eat lunch. Boom, wild rice, veggies, flavorful sauce, already prepped, and you won't go for the bag of chips. At least in my case, if this is ready to go and it's hot, because I prefer hot food over cold food, I will pick this out of the fridge and eat this instead of being like, I don't know what to eat, cookies it is. My friends, I am done cooking for tonight, but I'm not done with this video. I have one more thing I wanted to try for you. It is Buddha bowls. So I will meet you back here tomorrow morning to try out the last recipe for the cookbook. So let me go get some shut-eye. I'm gonna eat some more of these veggies. And I'll see you tomorrow, but for you to be like 2 seconds. It is the next day and I feel like the lighting looks so weird. It looks a little bit better, I think. And we're gonna make our last recipe, which is Buddha bowls. I don't really know what those are. I will read you a definition. Buddha bowls are simply big bowls packed with a delicious variety of healthy ingredients. It's a colorful bowl with blah, blah, blah sauce, satisfying meal, blah, 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 fill you up without making you feel weighed down. In this cookbook and recipe, I'm gonna start with some sweet potatoes, something I love, and I think Ryan likes them too, but not very many other people like them. The recipe as written only makes 1 serving, and I'm gonna kind of like quadruple that, so there's 4 servings. And I think that if the sauce is good enough, Dave would be willing to eat it as well, even though sweet potatoes aren't his favorite thing. I think it'll be okay. First step is just peel your taters, chop them up fairly small, and roast them in the oven. Okay, my sweet potatoes are going in the oven. There's salt and pepper on these. 400 degrees, about, I don't know, 20 minutes. And if they're not done in 20 minutes, let them go a little bit longer. There we go. Next up is to steam all of your chosen veggies. And once again, I will be using my air fryer. So I have 1 big bunch of kale right here. The rest of my frozen shelled edamame and broccoli down here at the bottom. I was going to put cauliflower as well, and then I realized I'm a little full. So I'm going to salt and pepper this and stick this in my air fryer for about 10 to 15 minutes, just until everything is cooked all the way through. My veggies are air frying. I have water on my shirt. My sweet potatoes are roasting. For my grain, you can use kind of whatever you want. Quinoa if you want your protein to go up a little bit, but I wanted to use this fun black How long is it gonna be? I wanted to use this fun black rice, so I have this cooking in my Instant Pot with that veggie broth. But you can do whatever you like. I am making my sauce right now, the ginger tahini sauce. A little bowl, some fresh ginger, some fresh garlic. You can use garlic powder or the jarred garlic or ground ginger, but none of that is going to taste as good as this fresh stuff. So highly recommend the fresh stuff. And also to pick up a microplane if you have not yet. First of all, it makes it very, very easy to grate ginger and garlic at the same time, so you don't technically have to chop anything. Next up for my sauce is 2 tablespoons of tahini, and I got this from my Thrive Market box last time. Still hanging out in my pantry, good way to use it up. So I'm gonna use this guy, 2 tablespoons of the tahini, and then 2 tablespoons of water. But I'm kind of doubling this, so we're gonna go 4 and 4. 1 teaspoon of our coconut aminos again. 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar, and the only one I have is this jalapeno infused, so that should be fun. And lastly, some freshly squeezed lemons. We'll start with 1, taste it, and add more if we need to. Whiskey business time. Whoa, that's too close. It is taste test time for our sauce. There's a ton of flavor in that. Woo! I don't think I need any lemon, but I might need some oil just to tone it down a bit. I'm just gonna add a little bit of olive oil because I think I actually have too much acid and not enough fat to kind of tone it down. So we're just gonna do that and I think it'll be better. Time to build the bowls. Here is my completed Buddha bowl. I may have overcooked the sweet potatoes just a little bit because I put them on broil to brown and then forgot about them. Oh my goodness, it's been one of those days. But once you just like pile everything in this bowl as you see fit. So I have my black rice here, my sweet potatoes here. You can do quinoa, you can do a different kind of a rice. You don't have to do rice at all. You can do a noodle of some kind. Here are my veggies that I cooked in the air fryer, but you can steam them, whatever you like. But I have kale, broccoli, and edamame. And then you can top it with avocado, pumpkin seeds, purple cabbage, shredded carrots, whatever. Now it's time for the sauce. Here is my sauce, and I'm gonna give this a little drizzle, just like this over the top, right? I think they're trying to be sneaky, crawling on the floor. It's not gonna work. So here is the full Buddha bowl. I was gonna put pumpkin seeds on mine, but now I decided not to. And I guess you kind of like mess it up because you stir it all around. But let's take a taste test. I still feel like the sauce is really, really strong. Might need some more oil to cut it just a little bit. It gets your taste buds like, bah! It's good. The flavor is off the charts. Like, it's not bland, let's say that. I think I need to tweak the sauce just a bit to take the pungentness of it out a bit. But it's so satisfying. There's a ton of food in this bowl and it's all good for you. So that's really, really exciting. And I really like that about the vegan style meal planning. All of our recipes are going to be down below in the description box for you, along with a link to the cookbook that I used for all of these recipes, and also the link to go to Thrive Market, sign up if you want to, and get a free gift when you sign up for the annual membership. So once again, huge thanks to Thrive Market for partnering with me on today's video. I've really been enjoying their company and their services and their products. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.